Welcome to this training video on Word 2010. This particular video will talk about how to create a table of authorities. So when you're creating your table of authorities, the first step is to mark your entries. Now, when you are creating the document, as you enter in a citation, you can mark it right then. You can do that just by, right after you type the citation, selecting it, going to the reference tabs, and you can mark the citation using the Mark Citation button, or you can use the keyboard shortcut Alt-Shift-I. That will open up the Mark Citation dialog box. You could categorize it properly and mark them all. However, in this example, we're going to start at the beginning of a document that's already been completed without having anything marked. So you'll want to place your cursor at the beginning of the document, click on the Mark Citation icon to open up the Mark Citation dialog box. Then you can find citations by clicking on Next Citation. Now what Word is going to do is look for character combinations that indicate a citation is present. However, with this you're still going to get some false positives. For example, this is in our title page. The period for verses is in a lot of citations, but it's also used elsewhere. So if you come across a false positive, click Next Citation and keep doing that until you find an actual citation. Now in this case this is a statute, so we'll go ahead and select it. Now you notice that once I've selected it, it is still only showing the section symbol in the Mark Citation dialog box. But once I make that dialog box active, it pulls in the text I just selected. I already have the category set to statutes by clicking on Mark All, and this will mark all instances of that same citation throughout the document. That's a handy way to speed up your marking process. However, just keep in mind that Microsoft Word and computers in general, when looking for matches, are looking for exact matches. So if you had this same citation later on in the document, but you had an additional space, perhaps between the 702 and the 1995 in parentheses, it would not necessarily pick that up. But you'll be able to tell once you come across that future citation whether or not it's been marked, and add it to the marking for this one at that time. So now if I click Next Citation, it's found the next citation listing here. Again, I select, come back here, mark all, Next Citation. You notice when you find a citation, you need to click into the document first to make it active, then select your citation, and then click back to make the dialog box active. Now this one is a case, so I'm going to select that case, and I do need to be sure to change the category to cases. However, if you're speeding through and you make a mistake, I'll show you how to fix that in a little bit. So again, mark all, Next Citation. Now, even though this next citation will pick up the majority of your citations in the document, you still will want to review it visually and make sure that there was not something missed. So I've selected this one. I am going to deliberately miscategorize that as a statute so that I can show you how to fix that in a little bit. For this one, I'll switch back to cases, mark all. Now if you come across a citation that has already been used, but it's not marked, you can, after you select it, find it down in the listing of citations already marked, and just click Mark, and that will add it to the ones already existing rather than creating a new entry. For the sake of time, I'm not going to mark all of the entries in here, but I do want to show you, after you have finished marking them all, how to generate that table of citations. Again, you're on the References tab. Go to the page that you reserved for your table of citations, and very simply click on Insert Table of Authorities. You can choose specific categories, or just keep it selected on all, click OK, and this has inserted the table of citations. However, notice that we do have a case listed under statutes, and I did say I would show you how to fix that. Now you'll notice that we're looking at the formatting marks, and what that is also doing is showing us the codes that mark those entries as table of authority entries. Now here you notice there at the end of this code there's a C2. On this one there's a C1. Those numbers indicate what type of citation you've marked, and they correspond to the order of the categories in the Mark Citation dialog box. 1 is cases, 2 is statutes, 3 is other authorities, etc. So rather than having to remark this, I can just go to the C number, remove the 2, and put in a number 1 to mark that as a case. Going back up to my Table of Authorities page, if I click on cases, I can right-click on that, choose Update Field, and that adds in the case. I can also go here, right-click and Update Field on the statutes, and that removes the case that was incorrectly put in under statutes. If you go back later on and you find more citations in your document that you need to mark, go ahead and mark them either using the button or the keyboard shortcut, and then you can refresh the proper section of the Table of Authorities when you're finished. This concludes this video. Thank you for watching. For more computer instruction, refer to our other videos on various software procedures, and be sure to subscribe to our channel to see our latest offerings. You can also contact me at kylejwilliamson@yahoo.com with questions, feedback, or other video requests. I am also available to create custom software instructional videos if you are a programmer or a software company and would like such videos created for your products. Thank you.